Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Mise, and I know that this title may be a little weird and you're probably skeptical over what this video is, and you're probably already saying, what are you even talking about, Mise? I think you need to go to the hospital and get your head checked. But I have thought about this for a while. I've thought about this for months now. This is a video I really wanted to do, and hopefully by the end of it I can make you think just a little bit differently. I didn't really know how to start this off, so I'm just going to dive in asking the question, can a bad anime be better than a bland one? Now, on the surface, the answer would be yes. Why would you even ask such a stupid question? But when I kept thinking deeper and deeper and more philosophically, the question itself became harder and harder to answer. For a lot of us that watch anime, or anything for that matter, we watch anime to be entertained, and we watch anime for an experience. We want that media to make us feel a certain way when we watch it, and in many cases, we want that media to be memorable. We want to have the ability to have the discussion of what we're watching and to share the experience with other people. Most of these types of feelings do come from good anime, the ones that performance and animation storytelling, it really wows us. Yet there are some anime that can be considered not bad, but are really bland and boring. Shows like Fairy Gone don't really do much in impressing an audience. There's really nothing to construct, and sometimes when finishing an anime like that, you get that, yeah, it was an anime type feeling. But in some cases, there are definitely some bad anime that can give you the same good feeling that some good anime can get. Now, obviously, these types of judgments come by a case-by-case basis. Not all bad anime can be considered good anime. Sacred Plus Heaven is an anime that's notorious for being a pile of crap. Nothing is good about this anime, and it's a quite horrible one. This is not an anime that I would consider to be better than a regular old bland high school anime. However, there are two that come to mind when I think about bad anime that can be considered to be a better viewing experience than a bland one, and those two are Ghost and Story and Neo Yokio. Ghost Stories is objectively a bad anime. I know that there are a lot of people that really like this anime and even love it, but the dubbing isn't similar to the subbing, making it a whole different story. Plus, you can tell that the voice actors did not care about this product. So yes, it is objectively a bad anime, but in this case, it's the badness that gives it its charm. The vulgar humor, the stupidity, the insanity of the unspoken, the fact that they didn't care, it's the reason why people like this train wreck of a show, including me. It's funny, it's absurd, and it's entertaining. Bad anime like Ghost Story also have a lot of events that occurred during the production of the show that make it just a little bit sweeter when watching it. Usually bland anime don't really have much going into it. They're usually made for the season, that's about it. Maybe the creator might have a special reason for making it, but nothing really else comes out from it. But things like Ghost Story have so much chaos and so much insanity and so much just craziness happening between all the productions and all the licensing that make knowing what happens in the final product so much more better. And people like those kinds of stories because it's always fascinating to know how you got to this, how the show got to the final product. It also just adds that dialogue in the conversation that makes everything sweeter. Neo Yokio was another example of this type of bad but entertaining anime, and as much as I hate to admit it, it does have its place in something like this. Neo Yokio does give a better watching experience to where I had to force my friend Bugfang to watch the show because it was so bad and made me so angry I had to have him watch it. Anime that are considered bland usually don't have this type of impact on the audience. When you're talking about a bland anime or someone wants your opinion on it, you usually say things like, yeah, you can, but it's whatever. Things like Neo Yokio make you want to show people because it's that angry feeling of making sure you're not the only one who thinks this anime is a stealing pile of shit. And if they don't agree, well then it starts a conversation, it starts a dialogue, and that's what all anime needs to do, is to start a conversation of itself. Probably the biggest thing for me when it comes to certain bad anime is that a lot of them fail because they tried something new and it didn't work out. In Neo Yokio's case, it tried something different, something that I haven't honestly seen before, but it sadly failed. I do have to give it props though for thinking outside of the box and breaking that mold. And that's what a lot of these bland anime don't do. They get talked about because they fit the mold of what some people want to see, but they don't try to build on it or try anything new. They play it very safe in that box that people know that they will talk, but they won't talk for a very long time about it. Sure, it's risky to try to do something new because it's a leap of faith, and not knowing if it's going to stick or not. It's scary, and fair enough. It's a business. You want to play it safe. You want to do the thing that makes you the most money. And in the Yokio's case, it didn't. It tried, but it didn't work. But at least it tried to explore concepts that aren't really very popular in anime, such as an African American lead and trying to deal with more political heavy issues. Now, one thing that really stumped me when coming up with my answer for this is, if you are a creator of anime, would you want your anime to be remembered in this type of way? As a creator, you want your message and your skills to be praised and loved because you did put in the work into making the show. But people are loving it, talking about it, remembering it for all the wrong reasons. And I had to look no further than the infamous movie The Room for my answer. If you don't know what The Room is a movie directed and starring Tommy Wiseau, and it's regarded as one of the worst films of all time. However, over time the movie has gathered quite the huge cult following, and Tommy has gained success and notoriety from it. They even made a movie going through the process of what made the movie called The Disaster Artist, and I even think Tommy is making another movie from the momentum of all of his success. It might be a weird way of looking at it, but when it comes to success, sometimes you have it your way and other times you don't. But if you do get successful, whether it's the type you wanted or not, sometimes you just gotta go for it and see what you can make of it. You can get there, but it's up to you to mold the success into something that you can be proud of. I mean, if Kim Kardashian can become famous off a sex tape and mold her career into something more, then creators of bad cult classic anime can also do the same with their current and future creations. It's fine if you want to play it safe and play it careful and have your show be one that people only talk about for the season to make money for the now. At the end of the day, it's a business and companies only care about the objective facts when it comes to quality. But sometimes the bad anime can be more enjoyable watch than your regular bland run-of-the-mill high school anime. I want to feel like I spent my time well and I had an experience worth sharing with other people. And if that comes from a bad anime, then hey, so be it. But of course, that's my opinion, and let me know what yours is in the comments below. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a like, share the video, do whatever you want to show love. Remember, I have 2 podcasts, Watching the World Burn and Dweebs and Weebs. Link is in the description down below. And of course, I just want to say thank you for 10K on Instagram. I know that this is a YouTube, and it's really weird saying that, but it's a milestone nonetheless, and I want to at least celebrate by saying thank you for 10K on Instagram. That is lit, that is awesome, and as always, stay hydrated, you are loved, you are beautiful, and I will see you guys next time.